Hello and welcome to an evening with bullshit. Tonight we will be discussing the legalization of marijuana, whether it's good or bad. On the panel tonight, we will have Jebediah.
Just call me Jeb, please.
Craig, Mary Jane, and Moonbeam. Our first topic will be medicinal use of marijuana. According to Washington Post, they say that 92% of patients say users of medicinal marijuana say that it works. Mary Jane, opinion?
Well, my friend's mom's cousin's daughter's boss's son one time smoked marijuana, and it got rid of his chronic pain for the rest of his life.
You know what, Kent? I want to know who's part of this poll. Clearly, you're only asking drug addicts. I mean, if you ask hardworking Americans, people wouldn't be saying drugs is helping them, weed's helping them. That's just a bunch of, you know what.
Of course not. You're just asking a bunch of children. They don't know anything about what they're doing.
Actually, I agree with Craig. I want to know who was in this study because, so my friend gave his dog a pot brownie because he had arthritis, and the next thing, boom, it was gone.
Yeah, so you're saying animals are in this study?
Dogs can't even eat chocolate. Why would you give a dog a brownie?
It helped his arthritis.
Well, clearly he's not a smart person.
Believe me, the study was very diverse. Animals, humans, all types of people.
They interviewed animals?
Yes.
So in other words, it brings the people and the animals
World
and
we
all
live
life
in.
together.
All these dogs with arthritis, that's on your hands, Jeb. People like you.
I don't care about dogs with arthritis. I care about
Can we get that
hardworking
for
Americans.
the record? He doesn't care about dogs.
I will say it again for the record. The only people that matter are the hardworking Americans who are out there making a living to support their family.
And going to church every Sunday.
So only Americans and only churchgoers? We're one planet, man.
Yep. No liberals
What's
either.
happening to this?
I work
all
pretty
about
hard
love.
when I'm on marijuana.
Do
I
you?
don't know about you.
What? Really? You have motivation to work?
You know, I know a lot of people who are previous drug addicts, and their lives were completely ruined. I know one kid. His name was Billy. He went to.
I knew Billy. Is
He
it the
went
same
to-
Billy?
Yeah, probably the same Billy. There's only one of them. He went to a party once, and he injected 2 marijuanas, and he died that evening.
Where is this Billy from?
Nebraska.
Does he have a last name?
It's just Billy.
Interesting.
Billy sounds like a weird kid. I don't know.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think your data might be skewed there.
Oh, you want to talk about skewed data? Let's go on to the next one, Kent.
Hey, really good stuff, guys. But let's talk about the economic effects that marijuana has on society.
Yes, let's.
Let's not.
No, of
According to
course.
Time.com, they say that marijuana sales totaled $1 billion in 2015. Thoughts?
That's billion, by the way, not million. It's
Ken,
billion.
I know how to count.
Kent and Moonbeam, you're telling me that you want our economy filled with dirty money, all from weed money.
Do you really want the United States to be known as the country that sells weed?
Okay, weed is taking over the world, man, and it's a revolution, and America should be leading that charge.
Why, if we're already behind, why should we follow them as a sheep?
We should get out in front and lead from the front. And I really want to thank Kent here for proving my point, because not only does marijuana fuel the economy, marijuana is the economy.
What stat do you have on that?
What does that even
Kent's
mean?
stat was right there, $1 billion.
I have one stat.
Billions.
I have
Who's it
one stat I
from?
could read. According to
Did
Time.com again,
Did Hillary give you this
Time.com
song?
is fake news.
they say that Amsterdam is the most successful country ever when it comes to their economic.
Lies from liberals.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
never
can't
seen
handle the
stat.
truth. Can't handle it.
I mean, how much does it cost to produce that much weed? Have you taken that into account?
Profit talks is all I have to say about that.
How do you know the profit amount
Yeah.
on it?
Billions. Ken said
Moonbeam,
it.
are you trying to tell us that
Billions of
do
dollars.
you grow weed?
Billions.
Do you sell weed? Do you?
No comment.
No comment.
Mary Jane, can we hear your opinion on this matter?
Well, I know that I've spent a lot of money on marijuana, and I've made a lot of money off marijuana. And that just sounds like a really great economic balance to me, so. that's all
Can't
I
argue
have
with
to
that.
say.
That makes you a criminal. Unacceptable.
So automatically marijuana users are criminals, that's what you're saying.
In this country, yes, they are.
Correct.
But not in other countries.
That's how laws work.
See, that's all you conservatives try to do is divide, 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 man. We're all one people, man.
It says in the Bible, the 11th commandment says, "Thou shalt not smoke weed."
I
God said.
actually went to church on Sunday, and my pastor said, you know, if you smoke weed, you're not allowed in this church.
You
Pastor
can't
who?
fight the word of God.
Pastor John?
John Smith.
That sounds
Do
fishy.
you know him?
He sounds incredible. I'm not
And of
gonna
course,
lie.
do they look like people who go to church?
No.
Of course
So,
not.
When's the last time you stepped foot in a church?
I think life's a church.
I
The whole
plead
world
the
is
fifth.
my church. Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Kent, what else you got for us?
Alrighty, so now let's talk about how it affects society and the youth. According to drugabuse.gov, they say that marijuana negatively affects learning, attention spans, and memory for weeks after using.
Of course, it's a drug. It's a mind-altering drug, and it hurts the people it goes after.
Would you say marijuana is addictive?
Yes.
Based off what?
It's
you've
common
used it.
knowledge.
So you've used it.
No, I know people who have used it.
So why would God put an addictive drug on this planet then? Because it's more of a plant than anything, you know? God put it here, so.
It's to show that you can fight the temptation that the devil is putting against you.
Just like
You've
that.
obviously failed that test.
Another thing I'll have about social issue with drugs is, or marijuana, is if we allow marijuana to be sold and smoked legally, you're telling me you want kids to grow up? You know, we ask our kids, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? Well, I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a doctor. You want kids to grow up saying, I want to be a drug dealer when I grow up.
The
If it's
economy
gonna
needs,
make them a lot of money and make them happy,
Marijuana's a gateway
Hard work
drug,
makes
though.
them money.
by selling weed.
it is a lot of hard
If
work.
if
to sell
people
drugs.
if people start smoking weed, they're gonna go to other drugs too, like things that are even more dangerous.
Ever heard of a gateway drug?
Exactly.
So what other kinds of drugs could marijuana lead to?
Heroin, rat poison.
Wrong.
Acid.
Wrong.
Who do you know that's done rat poison?
At least 4 people.
Really?
5
I don't know them
Name
anymore
them.
because they're dead.
Name them.
Jeff, there was a guy down the road from me. His name was Schmeggins.
Is that a man?
It might have been. I didn't ask. I don't check. He might have been a woman on the weekends. I wouldn't know. There was a lady named Jessica and another man named Kent, actually. So maybe you can relate to him, maybe understand his struggles.
I can't, yeah.
That's far out, man.
So let's talk about if marijuana would be legal. Alcohol is already legal, and that's an addictive drug.
Yeah, how about the combination of alcohol and marijuana? You think that's a good one?
The spins?
They call it
That's a
cross.
good one.
I don't know what it feels like.
Wait, what do they call that?
Crossed faded?
What is that?
I don't know. That's
It's
what
called
I'm
the
told.
spins, man.
You know, you smoke, right?
tight
And
wad.
you drink.
What is it? What's
It's a
what's
good
being
feeling and it makes
cross-faded?
people happy. And when people are happy, there's no crime, there's no
Exactly.
war, there's no conflict.
It's just peace, man.
How about driving high? How about go back to the society effects? How about hurting our children who are walking across the street, coming home from school? Oh, a high driver decides to just go right through and kills your child.
We
What
can
do
at
you
least
feel
agree
like?
on this point that weed is happiness, and we want our kids to be happy. So our kids, obviously, connect the dots here. Our kids should be smoking weed. Kent, right? No? Mary Jane?
I would agree with that
I
statement.
agree with that.
But how about
Wholeheartedly.
obesity?
I think we won the moderator over here.
Would you would you say obesity is an epidemic in America?
No.
That may be
Kinda.
fair. That might be
Okay,
a fair
That would be-
point.
but smoking weed apparently gets people on munchies. You want little kids on the munchies eating? What is that going to do? Increase the epidemic of obesity in this
Have you ever
country.
seen these munchies up close, or are you just reading about it?
Are they like a thing you can see?
Well, I mean, I've seen munchies in action before.
Because I've seen these children that are high on marijuana driving cars, just running over their classmates. It's a real danger to our society. You can't fight it. It's
You know what's
it's
a real
killing
danger?
people.
You know what's a real danger, Jeb? Sadness is a real danger. I want my kids and my peers to be happy. And a good way to be happy is by smoking
Yeah, but you'd be happy when
marijuana.
you're in jail, when you kill a kid? High? That's gonna make you
You're
happy?
not going to be happy when you end up not in heaven.
That's another danger to society is judgment.
Yeah.
Who gives you the right to judge?
I do.
agree.
My choice.
My credentials.
See,
Do you know where I went to college? Harvard.
Ivy League, I knew it. You look like an Ivy League square.
Why? Why?
Shirt tucked in, nice watch. Jeez.
Pressed collar.
You guys need to stop judging people on your side. That's all I'm saying.
Aren't you judging us by saying that we judge people?
Well, no, I know
What
you
makes
guys.
you
I
different
can
from
already
us?
tell what you're like, though, so I can already tell.
Oh, really? Does
yeah.
weed give you that ability?
Yeah, you should try it sometime.
Yep.
What other superpowers does it give you?
I have
Lots.
I have another interesting stat I'd like to read.
What is
Oh,
this?
boy.
Let's hear it, Ken.
It's more of a
Ken, why don't you help us a little bit, huh?
Come on, you're fighting for them. You're supposed to be the
Hit it
neutral
with the
party
truth,
here.
Ken.
This sounds like Hillary and Trump's debate.
It's
Siding
more,
with-
it's more of a question. It's more of a question. Drinking alcohol, you can get alcohol poisoning, but when you smoke weed, nothing happens. What do
Oh,
you guys-
something
what do you
happens.
guys think?
Right.
Something happens.
But you can't OD on it. What are your guys' thoughts?
Prove it.
Prove it to
I
me right
will.
now.
I will tonight. I will prove it.
You know how many people have been killed by marijuana?
At least
In all of
12,000
history?
this
Big
year.
fat zero.
Yeah, but that's just.
Where are you getting that
What
number
about
from?
secondary effects?
Everyone knows
People have
it's
people
zero.
have died from secondary.
Hey,
yeah.
guys.
No such thing. You're making up terms.
So we're gonna wrap up the segment, but can we go down the line, get everyone's final thoughts?
Well, I'm Moonbeam, and I did a lot of extreme exaggeration here tonight, and my facts were all made up here in my head, and there's no truth to any of it.
I'm Mary Jane, and I got all my facts from my cousin's neighbor, who lives in a basement. He's 35, so.
I'm Craig. I got all my statistics from God.
And I'm Jeb. Yeah, Jeb is my name. I got all of my facts from Christian Science Quarterly.
This has been an evening with bull. Good night.